Meanwhile, we've been talking about this for a while. It was the scariest ride of his life. This morning, one petrified passenger speaking out as he was left hanging on for dear life when that Alaska Airlines plane door plug blew out midair just in front of his seat back in January. Join us with more. Now, that passenger who took those pictures, Cuong Tran, and his attorney, Timothy Loranger. Guys, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Cuong, I understand you're there in row 27. You're about to take a nap. What happens?
Oh man, it happened so fast. I didn't even know really have registered everything. The door just suddenly took off, and next thing I know, my feet was getting pulled really hard through the airplane, and I was just struggling the whole time to try and stay inside the airplane.
You know, when I watched your video this morning, and the scary thing about it, I don't know if we have the actual sound that the plane is making, but you can just hear, it sounds like wind whipping. Okay, I kind of heard it a little bit there, right there. You can just hear wind. Or is that suction? Cuong?
It's mostly the wind sound, because it was so loud that I couldn't even speak to my buddy who was next to me, even though we were like right next to each other, whispering, trying to scream into each other's ear, but we couldn't hear anything at all.
Right. So you were in row 27. The door plug blew out in row 26, so you're literally inches away from it. It sucked your cell phone and your shoes off, is that right?
Yeah, so both my shoe and sock flew off when the plug went out, and my phone that was in my hand also went along with it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how terrified were you?
Oh, that's definitely a 10 for me, because I don't think I've ever been experiencing anything like that ever in my life. So.
Oh, man, I just can't imagine. Tim, you are representing him and some other clients in suing over this. This happened at 10,000 feet. And I know you're a pilot. If this would have happened at 36,000 feet, we might not be talking to this guy right now.
It would have been it doesn't get any scarier really than what he went through. But if it was much higher, you're right. It could have been much worse. Thank goodness it wasn't.
Yeah, no kidding. So one of the organizations you are suing is Boeing. And they have, even though we're looking at a big part of their plane missing right there, they are not being forthcoming in providing details to the American public or to you.
Yes, and apparently, they have lost video that would show how this part of the aircraft was being assembled or being maintained during some routine maintenance that they had. It's unfortunate. That information would be very helpful to us in understanding why this happened, and so we can avoid it in the future.
Sure, and there has been reporting that it sounds like they just simply forgot to put the bolts on it to keep it in place, which is extraordinary. What are you suing these corporations for?
For exactly that. It's the failure to, build these aircraft, to maintain the aircraft in a responsible way, putting people's lives in danger. It's something that we need to focus on the procedures that they were going through, make sure they're following them, and we need to keep people safe.
Cuong, do you have dreams about that?
Yeah, once in a while, I just woke up at night and I don't know what I was feeling, but it was terrifying. Just thinking about it.
I'm sure I would wake up in the middle of the night thinking I'm back on the plane as well. It goes to show you, what would have happened to you if you would not have been wearing the seatbelt?
Well, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be sitting here right now, because if it can pull my shoe that was on my feet that was that tight, I don't think.
Yeah. Have you flown again since? Will you ever fly again, or are you suddenly looking into Amtrak for everything?
I don't know. I got waiting to that moment when I have to take a flight again. But for now, I'm pretty much grounded, canceling most of my trip this year.
I don't blame you. It's got the whole country looking, figuring out, Tim, am I near a door plug? What could possibly go wrong on this flight?
Well, what shouldn't happen? Nothing should happen. You should be absolutely fine when you're flying. Everyone should know that for the most part, commercial aviation is very safe. Unfortunately, there have been instances like this, and we are focusing on making sure it doesn't happen again, at least through lawsuits. We'll see how it goes.
Right. We will see how it goes. Tim and Cuong, thank you very much for joining us to tell us your story. We've been dying to hear it, and now we've heard it. It's terrifying. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
You bet. All right. Wow.